So look, the whole pitch I think behind Bitcoin is you have to understand how money works, right? And the U.S. financial system is predicated on 50% or more of people not understanding how money works. If you understand how it works, you know that the dollar is going to get less valuable over time. Bitcoin has the exact opposite monetary policy and should get more valuable over time. So once you understand that, it's pretty simple. In terms of what that price looks like, I'm on the record publicly saying that I think Bitcoin will be worth over $100,000 by the end of 2021.
So you're expecting a 10-time jump on it.
Yeah, and that would track to a very similar growth rate to what it showed over the last 10, 11 years, right? So anytime you have something that's very innovative and disruptive, you get lots of volatility. If you are a longer term investor, you can stomach those big drawdowns, but you also get the volatility to work in your advantage on the way up. And so I think that's what's going to happen with Bitcoin.
Okay. Anything else you want to, just the big thing that you sold me on, which I didn't understand, was the halving, or I call it the hardening, while the dollar and all currencies are softening. Any fiat fake money is softening. Anything else that we should know about?
I think the biggest thing is a lot of understanding money and currencies is just around the structure. It's actually very simple. One currency gets less valuable over time. The other gets more valuable over time. And, look, don't go take all your money and go put it into one single asset. But if you size the risk correctly in your portfolio, I think that it can be quite valuable. And so, risk comes with every investment. Do your own research. But I tend to think that Bitcoin's going to be kind to a lot of people.
So let me ask you one more question then. Why do you say 100? Rickards has the reason gold's going to go to 50K. What's your reason for Bitcoin going to 100K?
So there are many, many people who are way smarter than me. And what they've basically done is they've taken stock to flow ratio models that you would use in the gold world, right? Similar with the sound money principles. And they've overlaid it with the Bitcoin price movements. And what you find is over time, it's become more and more accurate. And so if you think of what is that goes into that, you basically are modeling supply and demand. With gold, you pretty much know how much gold is coming online every day. You pretty much know how much is out there. And then you predict what demand will be. Well, with this, what you're doing is with 100% certainty the supply side, so you have to predict the demand side, and that stock to flow ratio has been very, very accurate in the past, and that's basically what tells you by the end of 2021 you'll see $100,000 price.
Good. And the reason I really enjoyed that program, Open Letter to Ray Dalio, is you point out that you just put Dalio's principles back on him, like transparency and trust and ruthless truth telling, whatever it is. You guys just put it back on him. Anyway, I really, it's an eye-opening podcast. So anyway, Anthony, thank you very, very much for your support, and look forward to having you back on the program again.
Absolutely. You're doing a fantastic job, Robert. Thanks so much for having me.
And when we come back, we'll be having final words on gold, silver, and Bitcoin, God's money, and the people's money. We'll be right back. Hello, Robert Kiyosaki, the Rich Dad Radio Show, the good news and bad news about gold, silver, and Bitcoin. And once again, listen to the Rich Dad Radio program anytime, anywhere on iTunes, Android, or YouTube, YouTube. And please leave a comment when you listen. All of our programs are archived at Rich Dad Radio because repetition is how we learn. You listen to this program again, you'll learn twice as much. But more importantly, you can take this to friends, family, and business associates who really need to come up to speed on cryptocurrencies. Because, as an old guy, it's taken me a while to get onto it. And, I never got burned, but at one time I bought 3 Bitcoin at 20,000 each at the top of the market. And thank God, I don't know what happened to the guy I bought them from, but he disappeared. So I never transacted. So I still have my $60,000. But I'm back in buying it because Anthony Pompliano is the person I call. And again, his Pomp podcast and that Open Letter to Ray Dalio with Robert Breedlove is worth listening to, because this guy Breedlove he's technical on this stuff, and it's very simple to understand. But I've now gone through it 3 times. I'm still doing my best to absorb it. So anyway, we're an education company. So I could complete this whole program. Once again, Kim is on a phone call to London, organizing people there. But I'm the old guy. It was in 782. I started buying gold, and I have millions today. I just keep buying it. Because what happened in 71 is I stopped trusting the U.S. dollar because it's fake money. When Nixon took the dollar off the gold standard, it became fake. But the other side of it is I've always worked on my financial education. I don't need money. And we have a new book coming out this fall. It's called Infinite Returns. money for nothing, gold, silver, Bitcoin for free. Because that's what's happening, guys. Money is for nothing today. With ZIRP, zero interest rate policy, and they're printing trillions of it. Why the hell are you working for it? Why are you saving it? So the book, The Infinite Returns, watch for it. It's probably late October, early November. Infinite Returns, all of my advisors on it, Kim's on it. And we're talking about how we individually come up with infinite returns. So you'll never need money. It really is the strangest phenomenon. It's a very spiritual book. I get excited when I think about making money for nothing. That song by Dire Straits, Money for Nothing, Chicks for Free. They both appeal to me. Anyway, so I'll give the old guys what I was taught about money. Money is, number one, a unit of account. Okay, what that means, you can count it. Like, I couldn't count gold nuggets because they're gold nuggets, but when they broke a gold into a Krugerrand, a US dollar, a US silver, what do you call them? Anyway, more, you could measure it. That was the biggest thing. So a gold nugget's not worth much, but when you break it down to a gold coin or a silver coin, it becomes more money. The other thing is a store of value. And that's the biggest thing that Bitcoin has because of the halving. They're making it harder while the dollar is technically getting softer. And the other condition for money is exchangeability. Now, that's the limitation, in my opinion, just my opinion, is with Bitcoin is it's hard to exchange. I can't go to, the supermarkets, I got some Bitcoin. They don't take it. But more and more people are, and I think I'm quite sure they'll solve that problem, where you'll be able to take a fraction of a Bitcoin and say, here's 1/10 of a Bitcoin. Just buy me a car with it. But that's coming. So the three things that make up money: unit of account or unit of measure, a store of value, and it's exchangeable. So the reason I'm into gold, silver, and Bitcoin for all three, but the most important thing is a store of value. As I said earlier, just the J.C. Penney's is closing. Neiman Market declared bankruptcy. The biggest mall, the Mall of America, missed 2 mortgage payments, $1.2 billion each. And where is that? Where is the $1.2 billion supposed to go to? Who got screwed, and who's going to bail them out is the Fed. They're going to print more money to bail them out. So that's why I don't trust the U.S. dollar. If you understand that,